Okay, Ontario Visited here with Carey. Welcome to Theatre on the Ridge.
Hi, and welcome Ontario Visited. I'm Carey, I'm the Artistic Director of Theatre on the Ridge, and this is our tent, and I'm really thrilled to have you here, and I'm really thrilled to have all of your followers and other theatre lovers come and see what we do out here in Port Perry at Scugog Shores Museum.
Wonderful. Stay tuned for lots of videos of Theatre on the Ridge and our interview with Carey. So here we go. So there's many other theatres and live theatre production companies across the province. We're wondering if you could tell us what makes Theatre on the Ridge so unique.
Theatre on the Ridge is unique in that we are very embedded in the community. We are very community engaged throughout the year. And then in the summer, when we do our summer festival, we really focus on the development of new artists, emerging artists, giving artists a chance to work with experienced theater practitioners such as directors, and just find a way to help them break into doing larger roles than they might otherwise have the chance to do. And at the very least, give them a summer job, especially if you're just coming out of school or still in theater school, where you're actually practicing what you are training to do for your life, which I think is great, keeps me young. And, you know, we have new up and coming artists that people should check out.
So we had a really fun time when we came to Theatre on the Ridge and visited with you, and we saw the musical of musicals, The Musical. And we're wondering if you could tell our visitors, there's a little bit more of that to enjoy, and if you could tell our visitors what's coming up next and what you do year round at the theatre.
Certainly. So we have one more weekend of Musicals, The Musical, and it is a wonderful send up of all things musical. It's silly, it's fun, but that's all we're promising this year is a summer of fun. And there's 3 more shows, Thursday and Friday night, and a 4 p.m. matinee on Saturday. The tickets are selling well. And then after that, we're down for a week or two as we put the finishing touches on our final fun production of the season. And that's the complete works of William Shakespeare, abridged, revised again. And this is a play that's been out in the world for, I think, almost 25 years now. And they just keep updating it and revising it. And it does all 37 of Shakespeare's plays in 90 minutes. So it's got a lot of physical comedy. It's got a lot of zaniness. We sort of call it Shakespearean mayhem. And it's being directed by Andy Massingham, who is a master of physical comedy and clown, and a lot of, even though they're emerging, veteran Theatre on the Ridge actors here in that production as well. And then in the fall and during the rest of the year, we sort of take things down a notch. We don't have a permanent indoor facility to run from, so that does keep us sort of keeping things lower key, but we are going to be very involved in Culture Days in late September here at the museum and through activities that Scugog Arts is presenting. And we will see the 4th incarnation of our Snapshot Short Play Festival, which is an open competition for 10 to 30-minute plays to help new playwrights get their feet on the ground. And we do public readings of that. And it will likely be maybe after the snow is gone, early 2025 sometime. And then there's just lots of other opportunities that we try and stay responsive to jump in. And big play in development, the Song of Samuel. And well, I can't talk about that one yet because we don't know how far we can go with it just until our funders get back to us.
I saw a teaser on the website about that, and it says in development, but there was no hints at all.
It's been in development. It's a wonderful story of the first Black resident in Scugog, in Port Perry, in the late 1800s, and fascinating story. And we've had two week-long workshops of the play. It started as just some scenes, and then expanded to the full script, and then we added in musical elements. And it will be a play with music. And now we are just waiting to take it to full production. But we need to make sure we have the right artistic team in place, and we want to reach out to other Black artists in the area and in the theater community to help us bring this story to life.
Sounds like a wonderful project ahead. And I know that on your website, there's itinerary ideas for coming out to the theater and some patron perks. I wonder if you could share with our visitors how they could find all of this out.
So that's a great addition that we've added this year. We know that Port Perry and Scugog is an amazing place to visit. It's got wonderful attractions, and it's gorgeous. And we want to help that along. We have a tourism coordinator working with us this year who has created great partnerships with some of the local restaurants and the Bed and Breakfast Association. And, so patrons can go onto the patron perk page and learn how they can get a flight of beer at Old Flame Brewery, a nice 2-for-1 kind of thing, or pick up a charcuterie board to take out to the museum before the show. And those are all listed there. There's some great suggestions. And then Nancy, our tourism person, went even further, and she's built itineraries so that if you're someone who says, I want to come up for the day, but I really don't know what else is out there, she's listed 5 or 6 different options to make a full day of it, or even stay overnight at one of the accommodations here. And it's all there on the website, including how to get here from practically any point on the compass.
And finally, you had talked about your emerging artists and some of your goals with the Theater on the Ridge and towards your mission and your core for being, which differentiates you from other theater companies across the province. Maybe you could just share a little bit more about that.
We really believe in theater being that wonderful tool. It's entertaining, it's fun, but it's also this huge opportunity for communication, and that we want to connect with our communities. We want to tell our stories. We want to tell other people's stories. We partner with the museum because it's about heritage, but the real heritage is in the stories, not just the items in the buildings, right? So a lot of our vision is helping bring our stories, past, present, and future, to life, and trying to represent all the parts of our community through that. And then also just sharing the great wealth of terrific Canadian theater talent that's out there, whether it's playwrights or artists. We have a great country for this kind of stuff, so we want to shout about it.
That's very exciting. Well, we really had a wonderful time when we came out to Theater on the Ridge. I highly recommend it to visitors to come and make a day of it. Pack a picnic, spend some time at the museum grounds, take a tour of the museum, and then enjoy the show, because you won't be disappointed. I couldn't stop laughing the whole time I was there.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, that's what we want. We want people to feel good. There's enough stuff going on in the world, right? We need to feel good. So that's why we're here with the Summer of Fun.
Well, thank you for your time today, Carey. We look forward to seeing you again soon.